What are you guys doing? So, like from the get-go, what I really want to see on AQ, just price respecting that low, just trading from external to external, so it's like order pairing ranges. Why? Because we get that strength switch first SMG, we got that first SMG with ES, and that second SMG with YM, taking out that low. And also, yeah, that's really it. Looking on hourly, price just from the C2 is a little bit louder than your voice. Alright, let me check that out. I'm gonna raise my volume a little bit. Better now? Is it better now? If you think it's better now, let me know. That would be good. Let me check. Yep, sounds good, buddy. Thanks for letting me know. So yeah, I really like looking at YM. YM also is beautiful. If we form an hourly swing, like right here, if we close this in, if we close this, it's an hourly swing. Like looking on a 4 hour, what do we have? New invalidation level, which is that gap, with a 2-stage SMG / most likely PSP. Let's just look at NQ. NQ is trading lower, while YM is trading higher. So most likely this hourly candle is going to close as a PSP. So yeah. ES, ideally we want ES also straight into that low. So I think that's what's really driving price lower, is the fact that NQ would drive price a little bit lower. That way ES can also trigger that low, and now YM is at a reversal point, NQ also at a reversal point, and also ES is at a reversal point. We got these stacked highs, which I think the minute price is gonna take out that low, we'll see higher prices. Because yeah, I don't imagine price like just kind of manipulating and then failing to manipulate and then continuing lower. I think most likely we got these stacked highs right there, these failure swings. So yeah, let's just wait and see. I would just take in. I was willing to take this entry right here, but price never gave me that entry and just continued lower. So yeah, now we're kind of retracing deeper into that leg, which we don't want to see. Like looking at the AQ of that wick, price traded into the AQ of that is almost traded on the lower half of this gun box. So if you really want to take an entry right here, like the stop is a bit huge, and also I don't like that deep retracement, especially that price is at the retracement level, plus we had a strength switch. So yeah, ideally I think NQ is going to be that catalyst for ES to drive lower, and then we'll see higher prices. So this is that trigger for reversal, because now all the assets would be in sync to reverse. And not only these stacked highs, we also got these stacked highs right there in ES. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Let's just wait and see what's gonna happen right there. I gotta be aware. Gotta see my alerts. Gotta keep one of my alerts right here. So that's the first one. Why? I just want to be known the minute we kind of close above this opposing candle. Let me take off my indicator. And the second area I'm interested in is when we take out the low. And this third area is when ES takes out that low. And on YM, there's nothing really I want to see on YM right now. Ideally, I want to wait for an hourly closure. Why? Because now I'm trading the reversal. Like the previous 4 hour candle closed bearish, and I'm trading a manipulation for that current candle's low. So what do I require? I require an hourly swing to be formed. While on NQ and ES, I don't really need it. But if we disrespect that low, I would need an hourly swing, because now I'm trading counter trend. Because this 4 hour close as C2, if that's really the swing, then why price traded lower? So again, I would be kind of framing the same idea. Bearish candle, I want to take buys off its low, so I need an hourly swing. Probably will have some sort of SMT right there, probably not, but yeah, let's just wait and see. YM is trading higher, gonna M5. So yeah, this might be a potential trade. Let me see if we're gonna take it out to that next relevant swing, which is that high, or it might be this high. That would give that to R. But ideally, I want to see ES trading below that level. That would be the cleanest trade. Also looking on CL, what I really want to see, looking on 4 hour, price just formed that C2, right? Price just traded above that high. What do I want to see? Like, why do I mark out that high? Because it looked as a mini swing on M30. As you see, you kind of formed that swing, or you can also go with that swing right there. And I want to see if failure to manipulate that high. Why? Because the daily open low, give that low of day. What do we have? Protected swing, protected swing. So ideally, I want to see new swing forming right here to then continue to that next relevant target. So what's up, brother? What's up, real inner trades? What's up, Robson? Do you guys know that I was streaming yesterday and I did not know I was streaming? I had the stream on. I don't know what happened. And yeah, and the stream was on for like 15 minutes. I took a break-even trade yesterday. It was like $100 trade. So now the account is at, I'm sure you guys the account is at 50k 900. I was just like, I don't know, it was like in the background singing. And then I realized I was streaming. I was like, damn. I don't know what just happened, man. Like OBS was still open. YouTube Studio was closed. I don't know how live streaming started. But yeah, it was good. It was good. And I did not close the stream manually. Like a friend of mine called me on Discord and then like hopped on Discord, and then you have to close OBS for that stream mode on to be removed from Discord. So I had to close OBS, and then I haven't realized it till like today. I was like, what the? I was like streaming. But yeah, you guys can go like to maybe that previous live stream. You guys will be able to see the break even that I took. It was somewhere. Let me see if I do remember where I took that trade. It was yesterday at. I don't remember. This is Monday. No, we need Tuesday, not Monday. Tuesday, 1400. I think it was somewhere. Yeah, it was here. Yeah, it was this trade. I took that entry. I think I was going for that high, and I got a break even right there. After that, after this candle just dumped. I don't remember like what I got taken out, but yeah, that was the entry, I guess. This was the entry I took. That was like a quick scalp, but it was $100 for the day, so it was a good break even. Yeah, after missing that YM long. Yeah, and after getting that $100, I was like, that's okay. And at least I made some money for today, so yeah, I'm just go back to CL, see what's going on. Yeah, this retracing deeper, which I don't like. And for yesterday's HO trade, if you guys do remember, that HO trade that I ended up missing, but I was not really focused on that one. But yeah, it ended up running like, yeah, and it was with the same idea. This literally same idea. Where was the 10 a.m. yesterday? 10 a.m. 4-hour candle. This is the 10 a.m. What did we do? We manipulate the low of that 6 a.m. We formed an hourly swing. Then you could take it to the high. That's it. Right? Simple as that. So it was like a really clean trade. Let me see gold. What's going on in gold? Like gold is just like shorts kind of makes sense. Straight into these fair swings. Let me see if we have any SMTs. No, we don't. That's good. That there is some potential on silver. There is some potential on gold. Anyways, so for now, the ideas that I'm focusing on, I want to see a sweep on that ES swing formation and then trade back into these fair swings. Let me just take that off. Take that off too. YM same for an hourly closure to form. And on NQ, if we get that closure above, most likely I would take it. If not, yeah, I'll just wait for the low, new swing formation. CL, if I want to trade the reversal, what do I require? An hourly swing. So ideally, I want to trade HO. Why? Because it kind of traded above the high. So you formed a swing. So we get that SMT right there with HO. RB, let me see if RB also manipulated the high. It did not. So ideally, I want to trade HO because it showed that manipulation. And also, it's closing the gap. So if you form that C2, which is the high of the day slash the high of 10 a.m. candle, probably can trade it back into that 9 a.m. low, or trade it into the 6 a.m. low. But it's a bit far away, so I might just take that range, this current daily range, from low to high, first level into the EQ, and then like near the EQ, that level. So that's what I'm going to be trading into. So yeah. So, but if we form a 30-minute bullish swing with an SMT, either SMT with this level or with this level, yeah, I will be trading into that high to that next high with the idea that the previous 4-hourly candle closes C2. We have a failure to manipulate and we still got open draws. We're aligned with that daily candle. So yeah, there's no reason for me to kind of go against it. So yeah, that's the idea for me. Let's just wait and see today. Hopefully we can get a trade. Yeah, because I'm tired of missing, to be honest. Alright. So it's patience game. Yeah, I think most likely we're gonna trade into that level. Let me see. Like you can trade shorts. Look at that. We kind of got that swing. This is the failure to manipulate, and you can trade this C3 with the anticipation that this is a failure swing, is a failure to manipulate. But really, there was no entries. Like the only entries after we'll get this CISD, you can take it to that low with the idea that ES also has to trade into that low for it to reverse. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna be focusing on buys for the time being. Also, the current daily candle is opening. Where is it? Where is the daily candle? Right here. This is the daily open. So we're kind of opening low. This you might see it as open high, but I see it like more of open low, because look at that retracement, open low, and then you can trade it back just above that daily open slash current daily high, and near current daily high we have another failure swing, and also we have another failure swing right here. Failure swing, failure swing. That's why I kind of prefer buys over sells. Because even if you want to take shorts, like where are you going to take it into that low? It's a bit risky. So yeah, let's see. Let me see what just happened. Okay, so we're sold in that SMT, but I don't like the fact that price traded like so deep into the leg. CL, we got an M3. Just gotta be aware that this high got taken out. Alright, looking at M5. So HO already gave that changing state. Shallow opposing run with a changing, with that inversion. Like this is the first this is the first reversal sequence. Second one is kind of that changing state. Third one is if price respects like a bearish PD array, and then the fourth one is kind of that break below. So yeah, that would be kind of that reversal sequence, and you can take that entry, stops above the high. And I think by the time that reversal sequence will be completed, I think this hourly candle will be closed. So I can trade the 11 a.m. continuation candle. So yeah, that's really it. Let me see. We're still respecting the G spot of that candle. 3 minute. Yeah, probably would go with the 3. It's looking better than the 5. Like look at the 3, we got like a bulky candle, but on M5 it's a bit weak, so I wouldn't really trust that one. I would more wait for like that 3 minute. If I get an entry right there, stop loss below, but I can just target that next high. And now it give me my 2R, which is good. I do have SMT right here. Supports price higher. Alright, let's just wait and see what's gonna happen right there. Create them in order. I might have to go on oil right here. CL. No. Let me see. I might have to go right there because this is where trader rate is open, so I think the high is somewhere in here. Anyways. Now just the stop loss is what I care about. 3, 4. Alright, I might take it with 3. Let's see if we get that closure or not. Okay, no closure yet as of now. Alright, ES traded below that low, so just as anticipated, kind of get this closure below, which would signify the failure to manipulate, and then Price should be trading lower. Or you know what? 420. Where's that next relevant swing? For the time being, I think that would be kind of that, right? Next swing, since I'm trading a 30-minute idea, trading that C4 slash C3 on hourly. Yeah, that would be good. All right. So I think I'm gonna go to CL. I'll be able to manage my trade better. Looking on 30-minute, I would ideally go for the high. 3-minute, forget that closure. CISD right there. Stop just at the low. TP at the high. Create my order. I'm able to play with it like better. 4, okay, that's better. But let's see. M5, did we get that closure? Almost. So you got like a minute for it to close. Same as the M3. So yeah. If the M3 closes above, that would also confirm this M5 because they're closing at the same minute. So that would be a good sign. We got the SMT right there. I got an SMT right here. So that would be trading an early C2. Why? Because on other pairs, price already traded below that low. So yeah, let's wait and see. Let's see if we're gonna get that entry. Wow. Damn. The question is, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. Yeah, I might smash it like just somewhere near. I don't care. If I get like a clean closure above. Well, let's see. I think we're not gonna get the closure. Oh wow. Let me see. No closure. Yeah, so I gotta wait for the next M3 candle to close. Whew. Damn. That was a good question, not gonna lie. Like, what I really care about is just getting 1K on my TP. So how I can do is probably like creating my order, and I gotta be focusing on 1K at that TP. So 1K will be right here. But yeah, the idea probably is gonna fail. Alright, gonna trade lower. That's a good question, not gonna lie. Wow. Just wow. Who would have thought? Damn. Wow, so let me see that entry. Yeah, wow. That entry was beautiful. I already gave 2R. Yeah. Like, that's some crazy shit. Let me see. I kind of got a minor strength switch right there. Yeah, this SMT is holding, man. This SMT is what really caused that move lower. That manipulation on ES, that changing state, this being the high. Probably this might be the high of week. Who knows? But let's just see. CL. So now I just want to wait for a new 30-minute swing on CL ideally. Yeah, which will cause also the hourly candle to close. So it's time to wait. 30-minute. Oh, silver. Let me see silver. Manipulated the previous candle's high. That's what I require. an hourly swing formation. So I'll have to wait on silver for that hourly candle to close, even though like that 30-minute formed a clean swing, especially when manipulated at high. And not only that, we got a 2-stage SMT. First stage, second stage. First stage, second stage. So get that 2-stage SMT on silver, so yeah. And there's nothing really that will hold the price, especially also on a 1 hour. There's nothing really. We got that small gap, but it wouldn't matter. Yeah, I think there's some sort of news. Let me check. This dump is not. Probably got something behind it. Let me check. The Labor Department is set to release September inflation. Probably yeah. Set to release September inflation that October will be a real challenge. Goldman Sachs. I don't know. This was like 5 minutes ago. Not sure. Anyways, back on the charts. Back on the charts. Yeah, ideally now I want to wait for EC2 closure. Because price like a really traced deep and also manipulated it low, so I don't want to be trading the early C2. Here it was making sense. Why? Because yeah, we're trading an early C2, but based off the fact that each O took out the low. So that would be kind of that driver for price to trade higher. But now since I'm trading that pair that manipulated, nah, I'm not gonna trade it. They look for SMTs in 1 hour for very gap. Yeah, just every SMT is relevant. Either relevant swings or an SMT. SMT, if it's with SMTs, it's called an SMT fail, or if it's a relevant swing, then yeah, that shows manipulation of a asset while the other did not. So now we can confirm that price might reverse because one correlated asset already swept something, so it might be the leading asset into the move. And the one that haven't manipulated most likely will be stronger or weaker depending on, for example, if it's a bullish SMT, then this one haven't manipulated, so it's closer to the draw, so it will be easier for it to kind of go into that draw. So yeah. I don't like the fact that I'm gonna be trading against this current 10 AM candle. Let's see what's gonna happen right there. C2, C3. This is the C4. Yeah, it's a bit late in the move. C2, C3. So I'll either have to wait for that hourly candle to close and probably trade it into that low, or kind of manipulate that level and then see to trade back into the range. So even if you want to take it, like it's a bit sus. Wow. So what do we got right here? We got a 2-stage SMT. We got a strength switch SMT from with each O. Look at that. So on that same low, do you see it right here? It's right here. This low is right here. This low is right here. So from weaker to stronger, from stronger to weaker, which is a strength switch. So yes, it looks good actually. It looks good, but hopefully it can give us that closure. Hopefully it can give us that. It can wait until the next 30-minute candle opens and then we'll trade it higher. So we got a strength switch right there. But yeah, let's just wait and see. And we can also trade it into this opposing candle, which is the only level that price might reverse off of. There's nothing really here. There's no gap. There's no relevant swing. The relevant swing is already here, but this level was formed off of a new invalidation level. So this invalidation level did its job. So now this one is not relevant. So we're going to move to the next, which is that swing. Now this swing is that next relevant swing. So either this getting manipulated or this opposing candle getting respected. Well, like about a time, it kind of sweeps that level. It's like so near to that 6 AM low, so it's a bit, it would be a bit risky. So here, we saw that HO was stronger, and also it kept being stronger here. It stayed stronger here. Even though we kind of traded lower first, so we get that strength switch which supports bullish expansion on HO. which is a good formation. If you want to trade higher, this is what you want to see. This is the two stage you want to see. The first stage trading lower, and the second stage trading higher to kind of trade to the upside because it's aligned with the overall direction. RB already closes C2. Wow, there was no entry right there. Yeah, just look at that. Like, we got the changing state. Was gonna cop off that retracement. That's gap. Trading lower. It's gonna cop off again that minor retracement. That's gap. Again, it's gonna cop off that minor retracement. If our flow were to continue bearish, this gap. So we're seeing bearish or bearish bid areas holding, while like the bullish ones are getting inversed, lows are getting taken out, and highs getting protected. So with the low being in there, so we got an open draw. Let's just see. Like, CL looks beautiful. CL looks beautiful, but yeah, I just require an hourly closure, unfortunately. So I have to wait. We gotta wait for silver. We gotta wait for that candle to closure. Yeah, I'm not really gonna rush it. If I miss that one, yeah, it's just one of them days. But yeah, like, if I want to see a failure to manipulate, like, look at that. It closed opposed to the draw, and then the next, so it took an hour, almost an hour, like, to kind of show the intent to trade higher, which is not ideal. If I want to see a failure to manipulate, I want to see it instantly. Or I want to see a new swing formation, which is in that case, that's what we have. So hopefully, CL kind of fucks around for the next 20 minutes, or just kind of trades higher, give me that pullback, and the next candle just kind of breaks above, and that would be beautiful. Because now we got the potential for an expansion C3 and also a C4. So now we have like an hour of expansion that we require RTB to be hit at. But in here, it's still, there's no swing. So this candle might still flip bearish. I know it might get taken out, so. Yeah, let's just wait and see. But again, hopefully, don't take out this high in HO or RB, because that would be a bit of a red flag. Come on, NQ, take out the low. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, silver is looking good. This is the area to kind of cop off that retracement. Once they got an open draw, you can M5. Wow, that's a beautiful closure. But yeah, let's wait and see. 18 minutes of waiting. So we can do anything now till the next hour. So here's the plan. YM closes bullish. Confirms the low of 10 a.m. Let me see if we have any SMTs. We do have a fat SMT right there, but it kind of got broken a while back. Let me see that same swing. Where is it? Yeah, it kind of got disrespected right there. So I would not really see it as an SMT. Yeah, kind of. But on ES, it's still confirmed because price just traded below. So here's what we wanna see what SMTs. So look at that low. It's that low, right? So YM is traded above it. But what happened on NQ? Price already traded below it. So if SMT were to hold, this is the area to hold. So that SMT got broken. So I'm not gonna again just kind of expand it right there because the SMT was formed right here. This is the first time it was formed. It got broken. So this SMT for me is irrelevant with NQ, but with ES, price just traded below it now. But ideally, you want to see it with swing formations. Like ideally, a better SMT would be this, which we also have. Not gonna lie, like looking at this, yeah, it's the same. So we do have that SMT. We do. Why? Because it has just traded below that low. So now this SMT should get respected. If this is the area for, this is the place for reversal after that hourly closure, we want to see that reversal. Now the SMT is still not confirmed because if you think you might gotta be moving every sec. You need to wait for that hourly candle to close and then you'll have that SMT trade in from a new invalidation level, which is that gap just above that relevant swing. If it closes at C2, then you can just take range high to range low, then probably aim for that high. But if it closes bearish, that's another story. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to take CL. Look at that. What do we got? Eastern switch. Not literally Eastern switch, but let me see if it's Eastern switch or not. No, it's not Eastern switch. But yeah, we got an SMT right here. So now what do we need? We need CL to close the C2 to confirm it, and now if price closes above that high, this opposing candle, it will show the failure to manipulate on RB. Most likely we can trade into the next 2 open draws. That's why sometimes you gotta require a candle closure if you want to trade the failure to manipulate, and sometimes you don't. Just like on Monday. Like on Monday, yeah, that was a trade. Yeah, look at that failure to manipulate. Black to kind of traded. It was. Let me go back in price. Show you guys what happened right there. 30 minute. What do we got? The failure to manipulate. So if we really want to see an entry, let me show you guys what just happened. So we got these relevant swings, and we got this high. So look at that. First candle, second candle. This is the third candle. So why would price retrace all the way down here and then kind of reverse? If I want to see a failure to manipulate, just look at that. Failure to manipulate this level, we don't retrace, we just continue. So once price kind of closes bearish, then you gotta require a new swing formation, which we got right here, and that's when we got that entry. Open low, close above, and then you trade into the next relevant throw. Yeah, I think we're gonna trade lower. I think, yeah, no trade on silver will be there. Bro, can you share your Notion template? For what? For backtesting, for journaling, for daily, for end of day markups? Which one? For backtesting and journal. All right, well done, man. 1 sec. Trying to fix some things on my phone. All right, back. I'm back. Let's see. 12 minutes to go. All right, CL. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. But come on, don't close, please. So what do we got? Do I have any new SMTs right there? Nah, we don't have. We don't have mayo. All right, let's just wait and see. All right, let's just wait for that closure. See how I can go about it. Projection from high to low. Okay. Wow. See that 4 hour? Hourly. Interesting. Like really interesting. So I might just be looking just for continuations. Then yeah, that's most likely that open high of day. C2. That's why we kind of got that C3 expansion. Ideally, I want to see that new gap getting respected. E-swing formation right there. I'll pull with E2 stage PSP or E2 stage SMT or E-string switch SMT. And I'll see this is fair just to manipulate kind of this minor swing. For me swing, so that shows that this is the fair to manipulate. Relevant low, relevant low, relevant low. Failure swings, and then you can trade it to the downside. So this is like kind of the only idea that I might be able to take. Even if we get like an hourly closure to the upside, I think that would be so risky. Because now you're trading against the daily, the 4 hour. Yeah. So I would just rather, price is dumping. I just want to be positioned in a way, in a place that I can just be aligned with that expansion. I'm looking at just the previous, like just look at YM. Like the 10 a.m. always kind of expands. 10 a.m. expands. 10 a.m. expands. 10 a.m. expands. So yeah, let's see if that. Let's like 3 more hours for that 10 a.m. candle to go. So to close. So. If we get that closure before 11, then I might just have to anticipate that the new 30-minute candle is gonna respect this low. For example, we get CL close right here. Oh, I think it just treated exactly into that level. Anyways, we want to see an open low for the new 30-minute candle slash hourly candle to then expand higher, which we kind of would set that new invalidation level right here. Open low, we might have the limit right there, anticipating that the low of that new 11 a.m. candle is going to be formed somewhere in here, and then we can trade the expansion directly without having to wait for a new closure. But let's see, are we going to get the closure or not? That's the question, and that's what we're going to find out in the next 30 seconds. PSP, alright. So getting a PSP right there. PSP right there. YM is closing bearish. While NQ is closing bullish. So that most likely gave us a two-stage PSPY. Just look at that closure of NQ near the highs, while YM is near the lows. So for YM to manipulate the high, probably NQ has to like deeply trade higher. So yeah, most likely we'll have a two-stage PSP right there. That's kind of that first stage, and the second stage would be the SMT. So if we get that candle 2 closure aligned with that 10 a.m., then I can trade it into these fair swings. That's really my idea right there on NQ. So on NQ, I might have a trade after 30 minutes, like by 10:30, 11:30, we might be able to find something. So yeah. All right. Let me see. All right, we're not getting that closure, which is ideal to be honest. But we're now kind of we're a bit ranging, which is not good. Well, silver is about to kind of inverse that gap, which is a really good sign. Hopefully by the time CL closes above kinda, RB also closes above that gap. Let's see. NQ inverse or range. Let me see how the hourly is closing. It still kind of signifies the potential of failure to manipulate. Maybe. You miss C3 in NQESY because we're trading inside the range and we kind of traded into buy side. And I was looking for buys instead of short. So what's more likely to get taken out, like these? I see, smooth out, yeah. These fair swings after taking out irrelevant swing, or trading a failure to manipulate. If we had some like kind of lows right here, then yeah, you can anticipate that this is the failure to manipulate to trade into the next relevant draw. But who would have thought this could be the move? So oh, let's see if YM closes bullish. Wow. Kind of respected these two gaps. M5. What? Why am I getting an alert right there? That's a crazy day, not gonna lie. It kind of reminds me of that candle. Look at that. Kind of reminds me of that candle, and then we've seen the failure to manipulate into continuation into the draw. Because now we kind of got this fairy swing, so I'm not really sure if I want to trade it to the upside or not. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna take it. Even if YM sets up nicely, gotta give that low. But I'm most likely not gonna take it. CL, we're seeing the idea fail. Let me see how the hourly closed. So we close at C2 on each O, C2 on RB. What does that mean? We're gonna be looking for sells. I'm gonna be looking for sells right there, guys. Four-hour into a gap. Blue. Manipulated the high. Hourly, there's nothing really that would hold the price. Okay, let's see. M3. Let's see. Like RB looks cleaner. I'll probably go with RB over HO. Because we got a clean manipulation compared to that one. There's like just one tick above. This one like showed clean manipulation, so I would just stick with that one. 4-hour. Oh, we're in no man's land. Like kind of confluence is this? The only kind of confluence is like this buy to sell. That's an interesting day to trade, to be honest. Hourly closes C2. It's not the best. Like in C2. M5. Yeah, I think I might just stay out, boys. Yeah. I think there's nothing really clean. I don't want to force a trade. I think the only idea I'm going to take is silver. Who would have thought? Actually, for me, if we get that closure now, I'm gonna take just silver. Let me see if we got the indicator. Oh yeah. Alright. It's gonna add one more there. M5. Where is that M5? Same as the M3. Okay. Alright, so that's really what I want to do. Silver, I think silver is looking better. Can you check PSP by Elvan's indicator? Can you check PSP by Elvan indicator? By 11 trades? By this guy? That looks good. This is for indicator about the plot. I would recommend the alerts when the candle closure prints. Looks good. Also highlights the PSPs or the dot above, so yeah. Getting the job done. Hi brother, did you capture the shorts? Nope, did not. It was a bit of contradiction, like taking out a relevant swing and we're closing a bearish. See, I was a bit off. Oh, CL is closing above. Wow. Interesting. That's really interesting, man. Like, what's going on right now is like really interesting. We got that C2 closure. We got a manipulation. Wow. It looks enticing. See, if I gotta put the low, it's the stop right there. Kind of have to go for that next relevant draw. 11 is a binary trader from T-Trace, I think. He is using fractal model. Put AQ right back on. It's a bit tough, man, to look for a trade right now. Like, there's nothing really clean. And every reversal there is PSP. Not almost, not all, but like almost. You can say. Let's go and check. PSP failure to manipulate. Not all the swings. It kind of causes some retracement, like expansion. But yeah, not on every. If it was on every, then that would be a strategy. After you plot a PSP, you can just go to lower time frame, look for an intra-candle change in state, and take it. If it was like on every swing. Seeing hourly C3. All right. Go back on CL. See what's going on right there. Felt to close above. Yeah, it's just, man, like it's a bit tough to trade today, guys. Not gonna lie. Like when there's nothing clean, like just try to stay away. Yeah, like I'm flipping my buys like every now and then. Just like I want to look for sales. Nah, now looks buys. Now sells. I just don't want to get trapped. I'd rather just stay out. Like let me just wait for another 30-minute candle closure. As I said, if we get this, yeah, short, I would take it. That's something I would take, especially with the fact that we almost are about to have this SMT. Hopefully YM trades into this gap. That would be beautiful. Yeah, other than that, like I'm not really interested in taking a trade for now. Now we're aligned with that 30-minute candle, so let me see on M15 I might get a gap there. Yeah. Check again, Forex Factory, what's going on? Is there like some sort of news today? Crude inventory. Oh wow. US crude oil and barrels per day week. 36, 22, 32. I think that's why we got that move. 22, 32. There we go. 22, 32. We got that move. Not the biggest, not gonna lie. Yeah. Low impact. Labor Department. The Labor Department set to release September plus 500 teams up top steps to par. Yes. I think not. Overall, yeah, it was news for oil, crude inventory. So, who knows? But it was like low folder news. So you have 4 unhandled trades. What the? All right, that looks good. Let me see. Yeah. It's the same. PSP stands for Precision Swing Point. So it's the same. Like a precision candle is the candle itself, or a PSP is like more of a swing. Because you anticipate that this candle is gonna form, is gonna be either a C2 or a C3 for a swing. Because always swing is formed 1, 2, 3. You can just go live chart. C2. That's not a good example. Let's go here. C2, C3, C4. So if this is the PSP, then it haven't formed the swing yet. But if this is the PSP, then yeah, the swing has formed, so you can trade the expansion. There's no structure to work with on ES, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, to get that confirmation, we'll have to wait for that lot to get broken. Yeah. Oil is just ranging, so I'm not gonna be looking at it. Let me see. Yeah, I think today is gonna be no trading day, guys. Let's wait and see what's going on. Let's play a game. Let me go to Cronker again. Oh, we get that 30-minute closure. Lost connection. Find the game. me see. Let me see the 6 a.m. Let's take a look at the 6 a.m. and how we close and how we could have probably got positioned right there. So the 6 a.m. What do we got? A C2 closure. The 2 a.m. was a C2 closure. So now we either trade the continuation down or we'll wait for the manipulation of this swing. And on that, in that case, we'll have to wait for an hourly swing, which we got right here. Going back in price using the replay tool. Let me see. What do we have? Yeah, I would just be trading into this high. Really. M5. New invalidation level. Just this gap. M3. Let me see. M5. Where's that target that's gonna give me 2R? Like if I put my stop right there, probably will have to be here. Let me see if I was gonna get that trade or not. Not really. You kind of have to go with it right there. Or just after that, like after that closure, we formed a new invalidation level, which is the gap. So maybe you could have been lucky to kind of get that trade. But in that case, I'm not going to be putting my stop at the lows. I'm going to be putting it at the body, which is probably on M3. Yeah, because the M3 body is lower than the M5, so I'm probably going to go with the M3 body. Or if you want to take the risk, you can take it right there. But yeah, let me see what happened next. Trade it lower, then higher. M3. Okay. Okay. Gold. Let me see if there was anything that we could have traded. Nothing really. Like with that candle, and given that idea closure because C2 also opposing that candle, I would probably be aiming for that draw. I'm looking at the 30 minute. Was there anything to cause price reverse? Yeah, this kind of this swing. Price from the new swing. Failed to manipulate. So yeah, nothing really right there. Like the only move for the day was kind of that NQ short. Where was it? Yeah, this NQ short. But it was not expected, so. I'm done for the day. Thanks. See you tomorrow. See you, buddy. Yeah, I think I'll see him. I'll just wait for that 11:30 to close, and then I'll see if I can find something. See you, buddy. Take care. Yeah, there's nothing really, guys. Like the only thing that I'm gonna be waiting for is if we get that C2 closure on NQ. I'm gonna use like these gaps as the changing state. If we get an open high into this gap and price respects it, and we get a break below, which will confirm the 10:30 candles high, then yeah, I can take it into the open draw. That's the only idea I'm still willing to take. Other than that, I don't think I'm gonna take anything else. Maybe CL still showing some potential. Yeah, because ideally you want to see. Yeah, we got that trade lower, which is good. We kind of broke out of that range because that was the range high, that was the range low. Price kind of just now we traded lower. So who knows? I actually want price to trade a bit deeper. That way will give us enough range to trade. So what I ideally want to see is a retracement, break, boom, then that C2 formation, and then I will trade into these two failure swings. That's really it also for oil. So I'll have to take it again. Like this, I require a 30-minute closure. Here I require another 30-minute closure. So yeah, that's really it for me, guys. So these are the ideas. I think I'm gonna just got the stream right there because I got some stuff to do and some calls to do. So I'll be taking some calls and waiting for that 30-minute candle. So as I said, in Q, if we get a 30-minute closure as a C2, what I want to see the next candle do, open high into like a bearish bid area, either that relevant swing, this minor swing, we get a sweep, and then that would confirm the 11:30 high, and then I would trade it into the lows. That's the first idea. CL, ideally I want to see a C2 closure, or if we get like a manipulation that low, then the C2 closure, that would also be ideal, but we would be heavily trading against that 10 a.m. candle. But still, if we get that closure right there and a C2, probably with semi-SMT right there, that would be beautiful. Or that SMT, because probably that low is like right here. Look how far it is from HO. So we might get like an SMT right there. So we can also, since we're aligned with that daily candle, we can trade it back up. So I don't know how long that idea is gonna take to get formed. Yeah, that's really it. Silver, it's not giving us the entry, so I'm not gonna take. That's really it. So see you guys tomorrow. And yeah, take care. Hopefully we can get a trade tomorrow. Bye-bye.